Hi there. So I get a lot of people that tell me they can't afford to make dog food for their dogs because it's too expensive. And this was a project that I actually started last year. So the different videos that I took of product labels on the shelf for pricing and the photographs were all taken last summer. It is now May 2024. And all these videos I all started this last summer, and I just couldn't find time to finish it. But I've had so many people ask me to put this video up, so here it is. Keeping in mind, in the past year, prices may have fluctuated up or down a little bit. But the point of this video is to show you that making your own dog food is not more expensive. I will say it takes more time, and I know people say, well, time is money, but love is a sacrifice. Love is not a feeling. Love is action. And if you really love your dog, you will make the time to make their food because it is healthier. Yes, you have to do it right. You can't just boil some chicken and rice and throw it in front of your dog and think you did good. Although that's probably better than some of these kibble foods. You do have to make sure that you add some vegetable matter in there. You should rotate your protein sources, rotate your vegetables to make sure there's no nutritional holes. I have videos on all of this. But this video is just to show you that when you look at the price per pound of dog food that you buy in the store compared to what you could make at home, it is not more expensive to make it at home. And when you think about the fact that you're going to be saving money on vet bills because your dog is going to be healthier, it's more than worth it. I'm telling you that right now. Make your dog's food. They will thank you. Now, the other thing that I want to point out about some of these prices, when you are comparing the price of a dry kibble food or even a freeze-dried raw food in a bag, you cannot compare it just straight across the board to what you're making at home and what you're paying per pound because of the moisture content. Homemade food, it has a much higher moisture content. So you can't compare dry kibble per pound to homemade food per pound because the kibble doesn't have any moisture content, and so it's going to be you're going to get more per pound, more food, so it's lighter volume wise. Okay, so if you're going to compare kibble to homemade food, you have to think about adding water weight and volume to the kibble. So the only way to really do it fair is comparing canned food to homemade food, because in the moisture content and the weight and the volume is going to be comparable. Or to a lot of these fresh foods now that you can buy, like Fresh Pet and ones like that, or the Farmer's Dog. Those you could compare because the moisture content and volume is going to be about the same, so that is a fair comparison for the price per pound. But even still, some of these price per pounds for the dry kibble is still more expensive than what you're going to be paying for making your own homemade dog food. Now, I want you to think that when you're making homemade dog food, I usually just look at what I'm paying per pound for the meat, and when I shot this video, you could buy chicken at Costco for $3, boneless, skinless chicken for $3 a pound, okay? But your cost per pound is actually going to be less because you are going to add in vegetable matter, which is, you could buy a pound bag of peas for less than $1. Not that I would use peas, but you understand what I'm saying. You're going to be buying vegetable matter, which you can get a lot cheaper than meat, obviously, and you're going to be adding that in. So once you've added in your vegetable matter, even if you paid $4 a pound for your chicken, your food is probably actually going to be, by the time you add in your vegetable matter and maybe a little extra water, is probably going to be $3 a pound or less. So I want you to think about that, okay? So, okay, so here you go. So I just want you to watch this, look at some of the prices. Some of it is appalling, how much people pay for dog food. And keep this in mind. When you see dog food and it has listed meat first, and then it has like chicken and then chicken meal, the chicken meal is garbage. You don't even want your dog eating that. But even though it's listed first, that is based on before it's been cooked. So when you buy kibble that's now dry, the meat is listed first as the ingredient has most in it, but that's been before it's cooked and dried out. If you would put all those ingredients separately and dried them out and then put them together, that meat would not be listed first. It would be listed way down the list, because the meat has the most amount of moisture in those ingredients when they're cooked and put together. So that's another thing you got to remember, is it's very deceiving how the ingredient labels are done. In fact, one of those that I showed that the protein content was only 23%. That's terrible. If the meat was the most was the highest content in that ingredient list, that protein should have been like 75%, not 23% or 24%, whatever it was. But anyway, you have to learn how to read these ingredient labels. And the pictures that they're putting on front, listen, I said this in one of those videos. Look at the picture of the chicken and look at the picture of the vegetables, right? And it looks like good healthy chicken and it looks like good healthy vegetables. But after it's been processed and packaged and had its vitamins added to it, so they cook the meat and they cook the vegetables and they grind it all up, and then they add the vitamins to it and they cook it and shape it and package it, they're selling it for less than $2 a pound. How is that possible? I'm going to tell you how it's possible. Because the meat that they're using in it is not real chicken. It's all garbage meat. It's roadkill. I don't even want to get into it what it is. You want to find out what it is? Go to Truth About Pet Food. I'll put a link in the description below. You'll find out that it's garbage. They are selling you processed garbage for your dog. Like if a grocery store gets flooded and all the food in it is stated that it's unfit for human consumption, guess where it goes? A processing plant picks it up, puts it in a big bin, cooks it, packages it, and sells it to the dog food companies. It's disgusting. Okay, stop buying dog food. Anyway, here you go. Look at these prices. Have a great day. So we've got Blue Buffalo. Everybody says I love Blue Buffalo. I want you to look at the price per pound. Price per pound. Now, I don't know what this is. It's $1.48 per pound. And they say it's got chicken in it at $1.48 per pound. Look at this one. $4.20. If Purina provides a chicken and rice formula, oh, look at that beautiful vegetables and chicken, at $1.89 a pound, after all that processing, why are we paying $6, $7 a pound for chicken? Okay, do you really believe that it's real chicken and vegetables in there? We can't buy chicken and vegetables for us. It's not been processed for $1.89 a pound. Look at this one. This is $15. Oh, that's got to be the case price. This has to be the per pound price. Look at this one. $3.34. Look at this one. $11.52 per pound.
No, it's per ounce. It's wrong.
That's got to be wrong. $4.56 per pound. Okay, so even with this, it says $1.52 per ounce. So what is that times 16? $2.75 per ounce times 16. That's what you're paying per pound. Okay, Home Style Creations by Fresh Pet. This is what you're paying per pound. $8 a pound. You can make your own, healthier, cheaper at home. Okay?